This year, I've been working on creating apparel, sourcing my inspiration from my culture and my ecosystem around me. So a very close experience of mine inspired this collection, and it all started at a family gathering. So I went for a family gathering with my family that's very Christian and very homophobic, and they were sort of expressing how love is for them, how love for them should look like, how love should be, it should be amongst, how love's sole aim is to have a child, how love looks like, essentially. So this was a very hard conversation for me to be around. But one thing that stood out for me was at the end of it all, my family joined together to sing this very renowned hymn in the Ugandan Christian society. So the hymn's main predominant words are Rukundo Egumeho. And that caught my attention because Rukundo Egumeho means let love stay. And ironically, that's what I picked out from that whole lecture. And it spoke to me very highly because it affirmed my existence in itself. It affirmed my love that is polyamorous and misunderstood by society. Let that love stay. It affirmed my love for women that is often called illegal by my society. Let that love stay. And this set me on a path of sort of like exploring and experimenting with phrases that are used within our culture and taking back those phrases to affirm, celebrate, uplift queer love in itself. So I made a whole collection and patches with love and about love. Fashion is a very good medium to express oneself. And personally, I've been using patches with my fashion apparel for the longest time since the inception. Hello everybody, this is Kakyo Trinah. I'm here to speak about my 2019 fashion collection. This year's Fashion Week 2019 is inspired by Victor and Ralph during the Paris Fashion Week. How they experimented with literally using social statements from social media in the fashion runway, and that really inspired me to look within my own culture and ecosystem to create statements. So I worked with phrases that are very common, phrases we use every day, phrases that are in our language that is about love, a language that doesn't know hate. So I made some very witty phrases, like one that was really fun to create was something called tweyagala feka feka atayagala gende, which means that we love ourselves, and if you don't agree with that, you could as well go away. And this was something that we use as in central Uganda. Every kid knows what this means because we played with this phrase as children, and it was something that is very familiar and very relatable with everybody. You know, there's a lot of Swahili phrases like upendo ni upendo, love is love, and I played around and with a lot of phrases within the Swahili language. And so so it's basically taking back phrases to affirm our love and to express the queer love in itself. I'm sort of like experimenting with how far I can use fashion to literally speak for itself, to communicate. I still used my African fabric, Ankara fabric, because I love the color and the life in the fabric, and I felt it would be a very good way to communicate the strength, the beauty and the diversity of queer Uganda and queer East Africa as I know it. And I usually term that my clothes are queer fashion. It's all queer fashion because I like the term queer fashion. How I understand queer fashion is, you know how fashion usually is there's a binary to it. There's men's clothing and females clothing. But with queer fashion, there's not only one narrative to fashion, but several narratives to fashion. There is a whole non-binary way to fashion. There's fashion that's communicating different lives, different experiences, different truths to different people, different bodies. So it's a very inclusive fashion to a whole wider spectrum. And I like to make clothes that are very inclusive of everybody, inclusive to anyone's experience, inclusive to everyone's story, you know, and clothes that are going to uplift and affirm and communicate affirmation messages to different people and with different spirits and different body types and different genders, you know. And I believe fashion in itself is a social movement and can be used to communicate and in itself be a source of activism. And that's why I like to subscribe to my work as queer fashion. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you love this new collection.